going to unleash the fury and might of the United States against these cartels.
One of the main reasons why the cartel apologized for shooting and killing those two people in Mexico was because the cartel does a lot of business with African Americans. And I'm not talking about the majority of African Americans who get up and go to work every day. I'm talking about the African Americans who are involved in criminal activity, mainly drugs. I'm talking about the African Americans who deal with the cartel on a criminal level. A lot of the cartel's drugs go through and stop in African American communities. And in those African American communities, there's usually someone at the top that they deal with on a personal level. And the people who, of course, move the drugs and sell the drugs are primarily African American. So when this happened, now let me be clear, the cartel is not afraid of African Americans. It's not. There's no, big time, violation here. But the cartel deals, much of the cartel deals with African Americans on a personal level. And if I deal with you and if I see you every day, or not every day, but I see you on a consistent basis and something like that happened, let's say I'm a drug dealer and my connect is part of the cartel, I have to see him when I go re-up. So when I see him, I'm gonna ask him about it. I'm gonna say to him, "Hey, what's going on here? You shoot my peoples now? What's going on with this down there in Mexico? You shot, two African Americans. What's going on here?" And the cartel was feeling the pressure after this happened from the not only law enforcement, which I think is another reason. Everybody knows is another reason of the pressure that the cartel received after this kidnapping, but they also received a significant amount of pressure from the African Americans that they deal with. And I'm sure that, some African Americans that they deal with on a criminal level asked them about it and were not happy with especially the guys who passed away were innocent. They didn't have anything to do with the drug trade. So, and let me make this clear, the cartel is not afraid of African Americans, but the people that they deal with moving the drugs, it just made things harder. That's why they gave the apology, and that's a significant reason why they gave up those 5 people that were bound and beaten, I think. And God knows if they were actually the people, but they gave up something. And it didn't cause any type of beef, but it did cause issues, and it caused problems. It caused mistrust with people who they work with. And it warranted some type of response, and that's what you see on the news now, the apology, the letter, and handing over people and things of that nature. But it caused distrust, and it caused problems, and it made things more difficult. Something that's already difficult, it made it more difficult, and which involves getting the drugs through to America and selling the drugs. So